Ronald Reagan used to joke that there was more turnover in the Supreme Soviet of the USSR than there was in the US Congress. And there's some truth to that. If you ask Americans about elections, they sing the praises of elections, right? Americans love elections. We think they're important. But when you look at especially the modern Congress, the contemporary Congress, we're in an era of what's sometimes called super incumbency, where incumbents actually rarely lose election. In the House of Representatives, there's something like 1.5 retirements for every electoral defeat. And in the Senate, that number is probably closer to 1.6 or 1.7 retirements per defeat. So it really isn't the case that we decide when members of Congress should leave. We do not often vote them out of office. Most of the turnover in Congress, on both sides of Capitol Hill, House and Senate, comes from the electoral decisions that members of Congress make themselves, the career decisions that they make. If you look just at the House side, Republicans have, for the last 70 or 80 years, been retiring from the House at higher rates than Democrats. And that, of course, has all sorts of important political implications. And you saw this in full bloom in 2018.
I am announcing that this year will be my last one as a member of the House.
And at some point, you just got to say, you know what, I got to get off this crazy train.
Gowdy is one of 9 House committee chairs announcing they won't seek re-election.
In 2018, I think there were 68 retirements versus only 33 electoral defeats. So more than 2-to-1 retirements to electoral defeats. And among the retirements, something like almost 3/4 of the retirements were among Republicans. Keep an eye on the announced Republican retirements because they're right now at a sort of a blistering pace for a high number of retirements in 2020.
I am not going to run for re-election now in 2020.
In a series of tweets, Representative Hurd said he is retiring.
He is the 13th House Republican to either retire or choose to run for something else, and the 5th from Texas.
It's not your imagination, and we can show that with numbers. When you have a sitting member of Congress retire, when the party goes to replace that person, right, whoever gets the nomination from the party of the retiring member of Congress typically gets 5 to 6% less of the vote. The party who's losing the incumbent their donors are going to have to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, right, more. What that means is that the Republicans are going to be spending more of their money playing defense in 2020 than they would be able to spend playing offense, trying to look for seats to pick up. You're going to see, I think, that the list is going to continue to be disproportionately Republicans, and that again is going to be a good sign that people who have sort of their fingers on the pulse think this is going to be another bad year for Republicans.